yes! Believe it! It is happening! PoGokeRo Pirate Broadcast! Hold the line! Yeah. Woohoo! Hey, alright, hey. What's up? Welcome, Pirate Broadcast. Another episode of Minecraft and socio-political discussion. So yeah, I am now in a brand new world. Things have changed. This is 1.15. So there have been a number of things that are different. There are there are lots of bug fixes that you can't see, but they assure us it's there. So I'm like, okay, sure, whatever, guy. But what I noticed right off the bat was that my zombie out here was gone, and so I've been trying to put in another zombie in the cauldron, and my old trick isn't working. I can't use a shield to push him in, because I guess they fixed the hitboxes to be really precise. So this doesn't work anymore. The trick of using a shield to like push them in the correct spot, like villagers got loose, so now that's kind of annoying, because like they'll fall in every time. But nothing goes in the cauldron. So I gotta fix that. I don't know. Oh, he just walked in. But I can't get a zombie to walk in. It's a lot harder. I don't know. So I'm trying to figure out how to work this out. And I'm not entirely sure. It might take some research. But alright. So big things are going on in the world. This morning, the Democrats introduced 2 articles of impeachment, which isn't very many. It's a lot less than what happened to Nixon and Clinton. Let me turn this down. Oh, that's not the one. It's less than what happened to Clinton and oh no, Clinton and Nixon. But we're not ruling out the possibility of superseding indictments. Other articles of impeachment that come down the pike attitude right now. I'm just happy they're moving forward with it. And with those hearings, it was ridiculous. If you took the time to listen to them as they happened live, you could see the Democrats kept going over the facts over and over and over again. And the direct evidence, the circumstantial evidence, all of the evidence. They went over it again and again and again. And then when it switched over to the Republicans, they did a lot of speechifying. They didn't ask the witness anything. Like, maybe they might have asked their own witness something, but then they were spinning some convoluted web, and I couldn't really follow it. I was following on the radio. I couldn't follow it. But it was nuts. And it was obvious when that the Republicans had nothing. They had like nothing. So let's see if this works. I have enough torches. So I hear I can stop pillagers from spawning if I light up the area with torches. So I'm gonna try to light up the outside of this place in a hope that not too close. I want them to spawn closer here, and that maybe my farm will work better. My raid farm, my pillager farm. So the Democrats did this, right? They introduced the articles of impeachment. I better go. They introduced the articles of impeachment, and at the same time, like, I kid you not, Donald Trump had a meeting with the Russian ambassador in the Oval Office. And one more down. I don't think it's gonna work, but we can try it. We'll see, we'll see. So, yeah, I can't concentrate with all these guys like falling down and making noise. And turn off this noise. Okay, so Billy Barr. Well, that's another thing, Billy Barr. So Donald Trump met with the Russian ambassador inside the Oval Office, and there's a picture of Donald Trump sitting at the Oval Office, and on his right is the Russian ambassador. Like, it's a ridiculous picture. It makes it look like Donald Trump is the servant of the Russian ambassador. The Russian ambassador came by to tell Donald Trump what to do, and that's kind of what's happening. Donald Trump is accelerating the fascist agenda. So you got to know what the fascists believe. The white supremacists. They're literally crazy. I mean, okay, can't say literally crazy. I mean, yeah, their idea is totally opposite of the ideals of the United States. In that, the white supremacists have this idea of a natural hierarchy, and they want to impose this hierarchy. They want to see this hierarchy reflected in society. It has nothing to do with reality, but that's not their concern. They're not concerned with actuality. What they want is to create their ethno state, like for just them. But that's the thing, though, because like they don't even know what they are. What is white? That's like not even a thing. I mean, it's like a set of privileges, I guess. And so by, like, inherently it's kind of bad if it's a set of privileges. So I don't know. I don't want to get too far into the weeds there with race. But I want to keep focused on Donald Trump. What he did after these articles of impeachment were delivered. He met with the Russian ambassador in the Oval Office. Oh my gosh. And then, like, just like a few hours ago, he released some executive order defining Judaism as a nationality. What? What? What are you talking about, man? That's insane. Like, you can't just make stuff up. Like, do the Pastafarians, are they a nation too? The Pastafarians, you know, the people who worship the flying spaghetti monster. I mean, if you're gonna start like declaring religions to be like nations, that's nuts. I mean, that means you'd have to recognize like bad religions as nature or as nations. No, you don't want to do that. So, and other people are saying, oh, it's an effort to distinguish Jewish people from the rest of like other Americans, to say that they're not really American. Well, that's dumb. Of course they're American. Were you born here? Yeah, yes. Then you're American. Like, why do they keep doing that? Oh, that's right. They're white supremacists. Well, no. This is the United States. If you're born here, you're an American. That's what's up. So, Donald Trump is trying to plant seeds of doubt. He's trying to redefine American to be what he says. And so but you have to remember, for fascists, words don't mean anything. The only interests fascists have in words are how to use them to get power. They'll say anything to get power. So here, let me give you an example. Billy Barr, the outlaw Billy Barr. For months and months and months, he said BS, like Obama wiretapped and spied on Trump. Billy Barr said this, which is like, oh my God, that's insane. I mean, if you're taking him in good faith, right? So, if you believe Billy Barr is speaking in good faith, then you go, oh my God, that's awful, Billy Barr. I can't believe, I mean, you must be telling the truth, right? Because you're a high-level government official. Why would you lie? So you're listening in good faith to Billy Barr. And Billy Barr's like, Obama wiretapped Trump. And so you're like, oh my God, gobsmacked. So when Billy Barr comes in and says, yes, let's do a internal investigation, the Inspector General will, now that the report has found all these crimes for Donald Trump, let's investigate the people who investigated these crimes. I don't care about these crimes that the FBI found. I want to know, as Billy Barr, I want to know why you started to look at these people. It must have been because of George Papadopoulos, or not George. It must have been because of Christopher Steele and the Steele dossier. Right? This is what they say. Months and months and months they were saying this. Thought the whole Mueller investigation was illegitimate. Well, finally, after months and months and months, the IG report comes back and says, no, dude, it was pretty good. It was a pretty good report. Yeah, there were problems, but they didn't they didn't bias the report. One of the problems they found, the Inspector General report found, was that, yeah, there were some inappropriate texts from FBI agents on FBI government machines. Yep. There were some pro-Trump people, some pro-Trump messages being exchanged by FBI agents. Yeah. Oh yeah, there was anti-Trump messages, but there are also a lot of pro-Trump and anti-Clinton messages. A ton of them. So, if you want to start getting into nonsense like, oh, the FBI is biased, well, in which direction? And if it's because it looks like they tend to be a lot more pro-Trump. I mean, if you wanted to look into their political life. But as professionals, that doesn't get involved. You work with people as a professional. You work with people. You get things done. Well, I don't know. That's kind of weird. Am I saying go ahead and work with Nazis? No. I no. See, that starts getting weird. Oh, I don't know. I guess every situation is different. The old jet motto. So yeah, Donald Trump, I think, is trying to he's trying to divide us. And that's been clear from the very beginning. He is trying to divide us. First, he tried to divide the immigrants. And then he tried to divide, of course, the Latino community, the Hispanic community. He's trying that. He tried for the Muslim community. He's gone after the LG. I don't even know that LG, lesbian, gay, transsexual, LGB, queer. I don't even know all of them. But yeah, the human. I mean, because they're humans, dude. They're just trying, I'm down with ways of all ways of experimenting in which consensual adults can like express love. And want to arrange their stuff. Consenting adults. Sure. It doesn't, like, it's not me, so do what you like. But Trump has taken actions to attack this community. These human astronauts into human expression. Yeah, he's gone after them. Like, who would do that except for a Nazi? Well, a fascist. Which the Nazis were fascist. But so are white supremacists. They're fascists too. So you have to kind of understand by this point, like the old school Republican of small, like, but essential government, small but well-run government. That's gone. That's not represented by the Republican Party anymore. The Republican Party now is pure fascism. Yeah, it's pure fascism. It's white supremacy. So, like, if you're a Republican, you either need to be talking to your other fellow Republicans and get them out of the crazy lane with these guys, or you gotta not be Republican anymore. And I'm not saying be Democrat, but I'm saying, like, the Republican Party is, like, bad now. Like, Donald Trump is inviting the Russians into the White House. Billy Barr is attacking the Department of Justice. Attacking them. After the report that they gave wasn't what he said it would be. So the other funny thing is that Ivanka Trump, everyone said, oh yeah, it was the Steele dossier, oh, it's a Democratic plot, oh, Steele dossier. Turns out Christopher Steele and Ivanka Trump were friends back in 2008. That story came out. Ivanka Trump wanted to hire Donald Trump wanted to hire Christopher Steele because he is an expert in Russia. So I don't know what they did, but, like, yeah, they had a relationship. They knew each other. They were friends. Donald Trump wanted him on Team Trump. And it didn't work out. 10 years later. No, not even 10 years. 8 years later. Makes me wonder, did Christopher Steele use Ivanka for information on Russia? That's how Christopher Steele knew about all these things, because Ivanka told him. She's like, yeah, why don't you join our plan here, our Russia takeover of America plan? And Christopher Steele's like, oh, tell me more, Ivanka. Dude, that's like James Bond level stuff. That's crazy. Wow. That's awesome. Yeah, Ivanka. Tell me more. Oh, Christopher, you're so... Well, actually, no. Christopher Steele was married. He wouldn't be doing that. Come on. Come on. Dude's married. I mean, technically so is Ivanka, but still. Christopher Steele's on our team and Ivanka's not. So. That's funny. That's hilarious. Okay. So I grew up in the 80s, and I remember in the 7th grade, I was in middle school, and I went to I was going to, I was in middle school, and I checked out a book from the library. And the book I checked out was Nuclear Annihilation. Or not even checked out from I think I bought it or something. I don't remember. Because they gave us little magazines of books we could buy. And, like, I didn't understand why. I mean, the library is free. Like, why buy a book? But anyways, I got a book. It was on nuclear annihilation and like the bomb. Because in the 80s, that's what we lived with. Was the bomb is gonna kill us all. Nuclear annihilation, war games. Yeah, I don't remember when that movie came out. I don't think I was quite aware when the movie came out, but I remember it had repercussions. I remember seeing it in the VHS store when they first made VCRs. So yeah, it was Super America versus Russia thing, or USSR, and then that all ended when the Berlin Wall fell and the rest of the Soviet Union collapsed. But now it's almost kind of coming back. It's weird. It's weird. Let's see. So, okay. So, Biden backed by U.S. government. Okay, yeah. So the key, one of the takeaways from the hearings was that when Biden went to Ukraine, when Biden went to Ukraine, he was going there on behalf of the United States. The United States policy and our allies' policy was to get rid of this guy because he was impeding anti-corruption efforts. So Biden was working on behalf of the United States when he made his demand. He wasn't personally benefiting. He wasn't gonna make money from this deal. It was for the United States. He got nothing for it. But when Donald Trump sent his guys down, he extorted Ukraine. He said, United States is going to give you this, but me, Donald Trump, am stopping it until you give me, Donald Trump, something. Donald Trump has to benefit before I let the U.S. give you anything. So yeah, that's extortion. So Biden didn't do that. That was Donald Trump. I hear the Republicans always say, well, why don't you bring up Schiff? Why don't you bring up Schiff? Why don't you bring up the whistleblower? That's an example of what I was talking about earlier about investigating the investigators. So these crimes come to light, and instead of are there any villagers in there? I can't. Yeah, there's two. Okay. Stop following me. Instead of investigating the crimes, they want to investigate the people who discovered the crimes. So that's fascism. Because that's an example of power freaking out. That thing is way faster than me. Oh, it's already back. So now there should be 3 guys in there. Oh no, 4 guys. I didn't know there was another one. This is ridiculous. Come on. Okay. Yeah, there's a bunch of guys in there. Oh, but the tracks are in the way, so we can't see. Okay. I get it. Be free! Oh, wait. Things we don't need. Oh, I need to leave it for later. Alright, come on, guy. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Does that work now? I mean, can you see them better? They're out of their little... Not enough beds. Alright, whatever. And now I don't see any guys. Where are they all? Oh, crap. Alright. Yeah, they want to investigate the investigators. They don't want to they don't want to investigate the crimes. So that's one clue about how things are going bad. Okay. The Supreme Court upheld Kentucky's ruling for transvaginal ultrasounds. So what does that mean? Well, the state of Kentucky, in order to get women to not have abortions, like whether they need them or not, like sometimes women need abortions to save their lives. So the state of Kentucky politicians decided that it's important that women are not even important, but women have to get a transvaginal ultrasound. They basically stick a wand or something. Yeah, inside women, uncomfortably, to get an ultrasound, and it's totally unnecessary. There's no point. It doesn't do anything. It's not for health reasons. You're not doing it to make the woman healthier. It's only to make it more uncomfortable and dissuade women from doing it. And even if the women have to do it anyways, it's not like like what if it's for a medical necessity? Women have to do it anyways. But no, they make, like, for some reason the Supreme Court upheld the power of the state to make women undergo unnecessary medical procedures. Totally unnecessary medical, in order to stop them, to deter them from performing a medical procedure, a different medical procedure. It's just dumb. It's just another way of putting women down. That's what it's about, controlling women. Like, so in that hierarchy I was telling you about, these white supremacists have this hierarchy, and in this hierarchy, women are below men. So, because women are looked on not as people, but as vessels, from which white baby males are born. So in order to make them the white race, you have to control the white women so that the right kind of babies are born. So Women aren't looked at as equal to men under white supremacy. Fascism is messed up, man. It's just wrong. It's just so bad. So, but that's a reflection of that white supremacy. Is this court ruling? And it's also a reflection of the fact that our Supreme Court is messed up and illegitimate. Donald Trump is clearly a Russian asset. He's clearly compromised. So, like, how can we, like, and he chose 2 people to go onto the Supreme Court. Like, that's ridiculous. Those people aren't legitimate. The Supreme Court's not really legitimate. It's right now it's controlled by a bunch of fascists. So, if a Democratic president were to take power in 2020, and it was a Senate and the Dems took the Senate and the House. I mean, like, I think it would be a good idea to increase the number of justices by a lot and install really young liberal judges to counterbalance what's happening. Because otherwise, it's just going to wreck us for a generation, and we're going to fall behind the rest of the world. Like, we can't afford to fall behind like this. Things are going too fast. Okay, so I'm going to go to that's enough here. I'm going to go to the flower land. I want to find me some bees. There it is. Why is it over here? Go. Yeah, no dynamic lighting without Optifine, so my torches aren't lit when I'm holding them, so it's always dark. So, because Donald Trump messed up our economy by subsidizing old industries that are like not necessarily relevant anymore, China, on the other hand, went full steam ahead with solar panels. They went nuts with the solar panels. And China's goal is to become energy independent. It wants to get off of the dependency of oil. And so, yeah, it's looking for ways to do this. And one of their ways of doing it is, you jerks. Oh man, there's these guys everywhere. Get out of here. So yeah, I think everyone's afraid of the transition. That people feel like it's gonna like wreck their whole lives, and I don't think so. There's gonna be a need for a lot of workers. There's gonna be a lot of jobs to transition. That takes a lot of labor that you can't just like outsource. I think we need to be a little more forward thinking about stuff. Planted more trees back up there, but I have to go over there for them to grow. And also I planted some trees here, check it out. Yay! Alright, and the other thing is, there are bees I want to find. And this is a flower biome. This is where they're at, but I don't know how far I have to go in order for it to appear. GOP says no direct evidence, but there's tons of direct evidence. They just act like it's not there. What? Projection and consciousness of corruption. Oh yeah. So Donald Trump just projects all the time. That's how you know he's a bad guy, because he so accurately describes himself when he talks badly about other people. So you know that he knows that he's messed up. But he tries to project that onto other people. Nice little valley. It's like a broad, just cut, like a glacier or something went through here.
I don't think they can understand what I'm saying because of this. Let's let them hear what we're saying.
So yeah, I'm looking for bees. They're in the flower biome, but I don't know if this is. I set my render distance pretty far, so I don't know how if this is all like already accounted for or whatever. Yeah, let me go back. It's getting dark. Oh, and those bee. Yeah. Let's see what happens. Turn up the music more. Yeah, what to talk about? Yeah, you know what? Things are going down. The Democrats are going to vote on impeachment on the articles. They're going to have a floor vote, I think, on Friday. Like, really soon. Like, it's happening fast. It's kind of weird. Because it's been taking so long until now. So, I mean, it's great. I'm happy for it, but... Anyways, half hour, I mean, that's alright. Pay attention to this upcoming week. It's gonna be nuts. Friday is the vote for impeachment. So you should be talking to your neighbors to find out what's been going on and what they know and like compare notes. Because remember, the only ones who want a civil war are Nazis and Russians. Russian government. The Russian government. Like, no American wants a civil war. Civil wars are bad. So, okay, America, I will catch you at my normal time on Sundays. I just kind of went crazy today. I don't know. All right, I'll see you later. Peace.